everyone, I'm Catherine, and to begin this video I'd like to wish you all a happy new year. I really hope 2019 is a wonderful year for you. Today I have this braid because I'm having a bad hair day, so that's why my hairstyle looks a bit different. Just like I said on Tumblr, I decided it was a good idea to answer your questions and your messages in a video and to share it with you guys. So I have my phone here and I'm on the Tumblr app, so I'm just going to read them and give the advice afterwards. So first of all, I'd like to thank Enchanting Kitten for sending me this lovely message. She said, "I subscribe to your YouTube, smiley face, keep doing you, hearts, have a brilliant week." Thank you so much, that is very important to me. That means the world to me. If you watch my videos, it makes me very happy because it means that I may be helping people, and that's very important to me. It really is. Yes, I'd like to thank an anonymous person. I posted on Tumblr asking you if you would like me to do videos answering your messages, and someone, an anonymous person, sent me this message. With what you just posted, I think that's a wonderful idea. It would be great to listen to your voice. It makes it feel more real when you're giving advice, I think. Thank you very much for sending this message and answering me. I think it feels more real too, just like you said. That's why I decided to do this. And thank you very much for answering me. It means a lot. I'm going to pick the messages in a random order. The first one says,
I went out with a guy roughly 2 years ago, and since the breakup I'd only seen him once. This year we ended up at the same school and form. He's moved on and all, but friends don't think he's completely over me and has some sort of feelings towards me, and I know that after spending time and stuff with him during lunch that I've got feelings for him. He's been there for me and still is through things that have happened, and it's the same for me. After everything, I'd still be there for him and go back to him.
so when it comes to relationship, other than loyalty, respect, support for each other, communication is the essential key. You need to communicate, you need to openly talk about your problems, and if you had a good breakup with that person, what is a good breakup? A good breakup is like if you ended things because it wasn't working for you in that moment, you had to focus on yourself, or he had to focus on himself. If that was the reason why your relationship ended, I think you should give him a second chance. If you broke up because of something bad, like he cheated on you, you didn't trust him, there was some jealousy problems, all of that, if it was a bad breakup, I don't recommend going back to that relationship, because love is blind, and you stay in a relationship that is toxic for you and you don't even realize it. If you two have feelings for each other, it might work out. During these teen years, 1 year, 2 years is a huge difference, because you've matured, you've grown up, and your way of thinking is different, so you act in different ways. Maybe you two are more mature to be in a relationship now, so just be straightforward and go talk to him. That's my advice. That's what I think you should do, especially if you think he still has feelings for you too.
This person says, I've planned to hurt myself, maybe even try to kill myself, so I can be admitted to a hospital and get proper help. I'm 18, what will happen?
I'm going to be very straightforward. I don't know what happens when there's a suicide attempt going on, but I think they just take you to the hospital, and when you're physically recovered, they put you in a mental institution and until you're recovered, I think that's what happens, but I'm not really sure. Also, I don't think that's the best solution. If you are having suicidal thoughts, or if you're feeling depressed, if you truly believe you have a mental illness, you should go search for professional help. You're 18 years old, you can do it yourself. You don't want to do this alone, which is totally fine and it's perfectly normal. you can go to someone who's responsible and someone you trust. It doesn't have to be your mother or your father. You can go to another family member so they can book an appointment in a psychologist or a psychiatrist even, and you can get treatment. Suicide is never the option. There's always a better solution for that. Psychologists, psychiatrists, they are going to help you and you will recover. So just do that. I truly recommend it. An anonymous person says,
I've been dissociating 24/7 for at least a few years now, but I can't tell how long it's been exactly, to be honest, since I don't really have a sense of time, but it is getting worse lately and I have been feeling very depressed and anxious on top of it all more than usual recently. It's just hard and I keep fantasizing about not feeling anything anymore. I'm not suicidal because I can never actually pull the trigger for a lot of reasons, but I just don't know what to do. Any advice?
So I know I always give this advice, but I truly believe that searching for professional help is always the best option. I don't know what this feels like. I've never gone through this, but some people have explained what it feels like to me, and I've done some research and I kind of understand what it feels like. I can only imagine how hard it must be to go through this. I really think you should go to a psychiatrist. I'm pretty sure there are meds that can help you deal with that, and maybe they will stop those episodes. I don't know if therapy is a good choice here, but you need to go search a psychiatrist and they will help you. They will give you medication that will tell you what's the solution. So please go book an appointment in a psychiatrist and listen to what they have to say.
So the next message was written by an anonymous person, but it's signed as Young Depressed. And this is a person who has sent me messages in the past, so I remember this person. And it says, hello, I don't know if you even care about me, but I just wanted to let you know that I haven't had bad thoughts in 2 weeks. It's not much, but I'm kind of proud of myself.
I truly am proud of you. I am so glad this has happened. 2 weeks is a really long time. Even if you were free of bad thoughts for 2 days, that's a really long time too. So 2 weeks is huge. I'm so proud of you and I love hearing good news about my followers. It makes me very, very happy. So thank you for sharing this with me. The next person says,
I constantly feel like I can't recover. I feel guilty whenever I feel happiness or my intrusive thoughts go away for a while because my brain goes, maybe you're faking this all for attention, and I go back into this downward spiral. I can't help but think, maybe that part of me is right? Maybe I'm just doing this all for attention? It's really hard. Sorry if I'm bothering you. I just really need someone to get this out to. And it's signed by a self-doubting Anon.
When it comes to depression, I like to think of it or portray it as a little monster inside of your head telling you that you're worthless, you are meaningless, and it's always trying to tear you down. It leaves you without any motivation at all. I know exactly how this feels like. It's like inside of you, you think you're not worthy of getting some help. It's very strange to explain, but I felt the same way. For example, if a friend of mine came up to me and told me, oh, I have a headache, I'm not feeling well, I would get very worried because I was talking to a friend and I care a lot about my friends, and I would tell them to go home, get some help. I would tell them to rest and not worry because their health was very important. But when it came to me, I could be throwing up, I could be having a terrible migraine, I could be on the verge of fainting, and I would always tell myself that it didn't matter, I was fine, I did not deserve help. And it was very hard to deal with all of these thoughts because it was very hard for me to recognize I needed help. Hearing this from an outside person might be more helpful, so you do need to get some help. You are not okay and you are worthy of getting help. You deserve good things in your life, you deserve happiness, and you deserve to be taken care of.
Next person says, hey, I don't know if you're still answering questions or anything, but here goes. I am quite frightened because of a bully at school. I heard recently that I'm alone at school. At pretty much any time, he'll take that opportunity to literally kill me or beat me up really badly. I don't know what to do. I already tried telling an adult, a counselor at school and a teacher, and they said he's just making stuff up. Intrusive thoughts have been bad lately, but they've gotten worse now. Help?
If talking to a counselor and a teacher didn't help, you should first talk to your family. This is very important. You need to tell them what's going on, and you need to tell them that there's someone very, very bad at school that's treating you bad, and you need to get some help from someone who's older and more responsible, and maybe even ask your parents to talk to that kid's parents. The second thing I'm going to advise you to do is stand up for yourself and beat that kid. I know violence is not the answer, and I'm not saying that, but I truly believe in standing up for myself, and you need to stand up for yourself too. So if you can, if that kid punches you, you punch them back if you can. If that kid slaps you, you slap them back. It might get you into some trouble, but once again, violence is not the answer, but you have to defend yourself. And if the only way to defend yourself is beating the other kid or treating the other kid the same way they treat you, I just advise you to do it. But mostly talk to someone, even go to the principal of your school and complain about this. This is a very hard situation, and I really hope it gets better soon. Oh, and you're not bothering me, you're never bothering me. You can message me or contact me at any time.
Another message says, have you ever loved someone so much that they meant everything to you, but they broke your heart? Then they changed as a person completely to the point that they became unrecognizable, as if the person you fell in love with died and was replaced. It's years later, but I still keep her in my heart. I know it's unhealthy to talk to her, so I don't anymore. Yet, I use her as inspiration when my depression kicks in. She's the voice of reason in my mind that keeps me from drowning in despair. I don't know.
I know it's very hard to look at people who change and people who were close to you that are not close to you anymore, and they become toxic people. That's just the worst thing in the world, but that's just how life is. Some people choose paths, and sometimes they're the wrong paths, but they are going to learn with their mistakes. And I do this a lot. I learn a lot from other people's mistakes. I'm very observant of other people, and you should be too. So if you're using her as a motivation and you think, I don't want to end up like this person because this person has become a bad person and I don't want to turn into that, if you're using that as a motivation to you, that's quite important. It's also very bad when you fall in love with the idea you create in your head of that person, and then the image you have of that person does not match the person in real life. So you have to be careful with that. So I don't have much more time to answer these questions. Maybe I'm going to do part 2 of this video and answer more questions. Tell me in the comments or send me a message on Tumblr if you would like a part 2, and if I haven't answered your message, I'm going to do that and write it on Tumblr like I always do. Thank you very much once again for watching, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet, and like this video, comment, share it with your friends, and I think that's it. Thank you, bye!